You are Out with the Walsers. I'm Helen.
And I'm Scott.
And we are at the Raddison Blue in Manchester.
Hello and welcome to our channel. You are Out with the Walsers. On today's video we're going to talk about tips on parking near Manchester Airport and prices. We're going to have a look at the executive room and the lounge access and what is included. We're going to talk more about what's on offer, the details of the opening hours and things that we learnt while we were staying at the Raddison Blue Manchester Airport. Hope you enjoy this video. Let's get to it. So we parked at Regis House, which is just around the airport. It's one of the businesses that allow you to do pre-booked parking, mainly because of the cost, because ones that we looked at were very expensive, especially if you wanted to stay in a short stay. We were just for one night, so it didn't make it very viable to park in one of those. It cost about £24 for one night, but that's 24 hours and you can pick and extend if you need to. The Raddison parking was £214, I think it was, to park for one night in this car park that you can see that we're going to be walking across in a moment, round to the reception. So although the Regis Park one was a short walk, it made it worth it in terms of price point. I don't know why it's cost so much to park there. I wonder if it's because obviously people park there and go on holiday, of course, because we're near an airport, but just for one night I think they could probably really utilise and look at that parking. So the entrance that we went in was on the ground floor. The reception isn't on this level. If you take a short walk towards the back of this room, or you can go up those stairs that are in the centre, you can go and get in the lift and go up one level to the reception area. Reception is mainly off the tunnel that links with the train station. So once we were checked in, we've got lounge access. So we booked an executive room with lounge access. I will put the prices on at the end. We book through the Raddison app. It's a membership and I'll give you some more details of that also. Big long corridors. You can either pick a view of the airport or you can pick a view of Manchester. Now we prefer the airside view because obviously we can watch the planes take off and land. And just really soak in the airport atmosphere. We also pick the airport as well, just because it's centrally to the tram, the train, buses, whether that's into Manchester or around Manchester, and we have family in and around Manchester, so for us it's a perfect place to stay, but ultimately it is where a lot of people stay before they fly, so just be mindful that people will be coming and going all hours. But the great thing that we found about the room was that it is very noise friendly. It cancels a lot of noise out. There is no bath, as you can see, but there's a really big rain shower, massive walk-in. You get the robes, you get your towels, you get your slippers. It's got a safe, ironing board. You don't need to ask for any of that. It's already in the room. There's a great coffee machine as well. And there's also a fridge, mini bar. It is chargeable. So just make sure whatever you have in there, you're aware that you will be charged for it. Although if you are having the lounge access, you really don't need the mini fridge, I'll be honest. Because we did take a few of our drinks out to the room because it did get a bit full in the evening. So, and you can put anything you want in the fridge. You don't have to obviously just take things out. It's not triggered by weight, or you're not charged if you put more in or take anything out. So I am aware that in other hotels that is a thing, but in the Raddison it's not. It's just generally stocked if you need it. The room is huge, the bed is massive. There's the in-room dining. Just be aware there is a £5 charge that they're added on top to all of those prices, and that is for them to bring it up to your room. So yeah, just be aware that is what gets added on top. As you can see, the bed is huge, and we've stayed here, like I say before, they're kind of standard in each room, the size. In the exec room it does feel a bit more comfortable, I must be honest, so it must be a different mattress. But as you can see with Scott on it, you could probably get 3 or 4 people in that bed. It's huge. So if you are a bit of a fidgety sleeper like me, then it's perfect, because it doesn't then wake Scott up at all. So but the only thing is if I roll over to hug him, I can't, because he's like a mile away. The beds are great. You've got a massive TV as well. You've got all that you need in terms of like the teas and biscuits, and we tend to walk through the airport and go to M&S and get some milk, just because I don't like UHT milk, and that's all you get in the rooms regardless of what one you stay on. And because it was our anniversary as well, we actually got a bottle of wine in the room, and that's not standard, so don't think you get one every time you go. But yeah, the view is great. And the car park just below is the one that I was talking about before, that's £214 to park in there. In the exec rooms you get a larger window. The executive rooms are on the 9th floor, so from our room, if we went down the corridor to the middle, you get to the lift area. Oh, and there's also an ice machine if you want any ice to take back to your room. If you go just past the lifts, there's a seating area where you can view Manchester city centre. And just behind the seating area, that's the entrance to the executive lounge, which you will need to enter with your room key. There is a swipe just on the left-hand side of the door. There is quite a bit of seating in the lounge, but it will get quite busy, so just be warned. Let's see what Scott's up to. There's various different seating areas in the lounge. They all have a view of the airfield as well. So you can see the planes take off, land, got a really good view, and it's quite high up. So it's because it's all on the last floor, the 9th floor, you get a really good view of everything. What's great as well is if you're a business traveller, there are some single seats so you can sit and relax. They cater for all types of travellers, so groups, couples, people travelling on their own. We got there about 2 in the afternoon, so it was fairly empty when we got there. You get magazines, newspapers, they cater quite a bit for you to spend some time in there. There's games to play, but as you can see, it's beautiful and it's really nice to sit in. As we walk over to the kitchen area, you can see there's a sign there. Now, it is no children after 4 p.m. This is mainly due to the fact that they put alcohol out at that time. Prior to that, you're free to go in with children. You can get drinks. There's plenty of soft drinks, water, tea, coffee, everything that you need is just there basically. And then find a seat and just absolutely chill out. The only snacks that is there during this time are those crisps, but they do put out canapes and dessert and food between 5 and 7. The alcohol that they put out is fairly standard, so you get your gin, rum, wine, there is Prosecco, there is all the mixers that you need as well. That's in the fridge that was empty on the top of the counter. That's also where they place the food. So I think the main question is it worth it? Is it value for money? Yes, it is. I think if you're there for a little bit before your flight and you can't really go anywhere, it's definitely worth it because the terminal prices are very expensive, especially the supermarket. Is it worth it if you are for an early morning flight? Not so much. I think unless you're going to be there the previous day from early afternoon, I think it's probably worth just taking stuff with you. In terms of the comfort of the room, yes, it's worth the upgrade. The rooms are a lot more spacious, they seem a little bit more comfortable, and they're just generally a lot better. We have had, in our few stays there, a few rooms that have had a few issues, but staff are really good at putting it right. They do tend to go out of their way. So yeah, it's really nice. It's a really good hotel, and we really love staying there. Just a few final thoughts. We used the Raddison Rewards app. It's free to sign up. The more you stay, the more benefits you earn. It's a tiered system. As you can see, we paid £224.74. That's including the lounge access and the night stay. And they're all the benefits that we get under the premium tier. Our stay included a buffet style breakfast, but there are different options when you choose to book. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.